What's up, YouTube and Facebook Live? Guess what? It's your guy, Z Fly. And y'all know what time it is. It's time for another Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh pop up show. That's right. Now remember, we are just popping up anywhere. So you never know when the show is actually going to pop up. So today we have another great show for you that we're popping up, giving you live. And of course, it's just not me by myself doing my thing. Y'all know I got that boy Troy Weeks music in
What's
the
good, y'all? What's
building.
going on?
He's
You
in
already
the
know how it is.
building.
Crazy boy.
Troy, what's up, my man? What's up?
Man, my mind is going crazy right now. During the
Oh,
pandemic, right before it happened, my band and I auditioned for a gig. And a couple days ago, they just hit us up like, can you guys come and open the restaurant as the band? So my mind is crazy. Yesterday was the first night. We killed the opening night. They have 500 in China, and this is the first one in America. So we're doing some big things out here. My mind is just focused on that right now. After this, I got
right.
to go sound check and get ready for the show.
I know that's right. Wow. So listen, you stay busy. Listen, I'm busy right now. I can't even keep up anymore. Listen. I used to try to keep up with your schedule, but now it's like, okay, Troy, I'll just see it on social media, or Troy will tell me himself. That's how I keep up with Troy.
Right.
You a busy man. You're
Listen,
busy.
we out here. We out here.
I love it. Everybody, we are definitely out here doing our thing. We definitely thank everybody so much for tuning in today and seeing what's up with us. Just let y'all know, as y'all see in the back, bam, we got the Fly World Media. That's right, in the background now. That is the station that you are listening to. We're keeping it real hot and fresh on Fly World Media. Just to let y'all know that we definitely got it in the building. We have a really great show for you. We have two great guests. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we're still going through this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to see what's going to happen with the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? We get these stimulus checks. A third one is supposedly coming, and who knows? Maybe after that, maybe a fourth one. Other benefits are coming too. But in the meanwhile, between time, we're gonna be bringing you some great guests. As y'all know, a lot of things has closed down because of the pandemic. Movie theaters, malls, shopping centers, churches. And one thing that has really been hit by the pandemic is Fashion Week. But guess what? Fashion Week may have been affected, you know what I'm saying, but fashion has not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people has been, they've been getting really creative. Just like you're staying at home, you know what I'm saying, you have your top looking nice, but you never know what a person is wearing on the bottom, like now. So I'll be standing up. But yeah, but also here to tell us all about fashion and her sick fashion boutique. We have Miss Shiba or Sheba. Y'all know I'm bad with names. I'm gonna get the correct spelling when she's here. She's here to tell us about her sick fashion boutique. And then later on in the show, you know what I'm saying? Listen, a lot of us we definitely need some laughs in this pandemic. So we have comedian Catch. They're gonna be here and they're gonna be telling us all about what they do, their comedy sketches, and so much more. But right now, let's go ahead and get this show started with y'all know we got that mailbox. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I have definitely missed this segment of the show, the mailbox. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And also, too, if you are listening live right now from YouTube, we definitely want to, say that please go ahead and do this right here. See that right there? Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like and go ahead and share this video to your friends because you know what I'm saying. The more that look, the more that gets booked or something like that. I don't know. But definitely go ahead and check us out and share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the first segment, which is the mailbox. All right, so the topic today is how important is it for males to go to a therapist for mental health check-ins? Okay, that is the topic for today's mailbox. How important is it for males to go to a therapist for mental health check-in? And me, I definitely have my opinion, but you know what I'm saying. I've been talking a lot so far, so I'm gonna let my man, Mr. Troy Weeks, give us his opinion. Troy, what do you think? How important is it for males to go to a therapist for mental health check-ins?
Um, I think it's very important as a man to go get mental health check-ins because that's something that we're taught not to do. And I feel like, oh, you're seeing a therapist, you're seeing a shrink, then something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? That's really not the case. Is that us being who we are as black men in society alone is enough to be able to just go and see and get help. Because being a black man today, whether you want to be affected or not, you are affected. And so living in today's society, it's important that we be able to get that help that we need, and we actually go get the help that's there. The help is there for us. That's why there's professionals there in place for situations like this. We need to be man enough to actually go out there and make it happen, and actually go seek the help, because it's important. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a whole with somebody else if you can't be your whole self first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. You got to be one with yourself and know what's going on with you, your mental, your psyche, and what's going on before you can even be seriously with somebody else and have a relationship and, you know, grow with somebody. Because if you don't take care of yourself, all you're doing is adding those situations to their life subconsciously, and eventually manifests as being a part of your life. Like, you don't want to have to deal with that. It's the same thing for them. It's good to go into something knowing yourself and fix yourself is already fixed and ready to, you know, be the person you need to be. So yes, I agree 100% that men should seek therapists and get mental health checks. Just, you know, once a year. If it's once a year, do it once a year. At least, you know, same thing. You check your body once a year, check your mind once a year. What's wrong with that?
Exactly. I definitely wanna second that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to say because I definitely feel that men need a therapist. Just like Troy said, you know, a lot of times men have been told, black men, or you know what I'm saying, just men in general, I believe, you know, we have been told that, you know, we're the breadwinners and you know, you take care of your family and you don't ask for help, you don't cry. All these things that a male has, you know, really before they're 5 years old, you know what I'm saying, that they have to do. If not, the world's gonna see you this way, or people gonna see you this way, or you're gonna be this. And you know what I'm saying, just growing up and living like that on a daily basis, it really affects the mind. You know, so you gotta really think like, oh, you know, because it's like you're going against nature. You're going against what you really want to do. There's a lot of guys out there that actually they probably do want to cry. You know what I'm saying? They probably do just they don't want to work or they don't want to get married or they don't want to do whatever, but they have all this pressure like, oh man, if you know what I'm saying, if I don't get married I may be deemed as this or I may be deemed as that, and that really affects the mind. You know, I don't really watch a lot of those shows like Forensic Files and Bad Boys or blah blah blah. But you know what? But a friend of mine, he watches it all the time. I'm like, why are you watching this stuff? It's so depressing. But you know what? But as he watched, as I saw different shows of the Forensic Files, I saw how most of the time the predator were men, you know what I'm saying, attacking women. Every so often you might every so often, like very minimal, you may get a man who's the victim of a crime, but it was usually women who were the victim of crime, and the perpetrator were men. And then I noticed that like all of these crimes always had one common denominator, and that was usually before they kill their victim, they will rape them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, it's like that's a man's go to rape. You know what I'm saying? Before he kills his prey, and I just that's horrible. And to me, that goes to show that there's a lot of lack of, just you know what I'm saying, people getting help. You know what I'm saying? Some of those stories are just horrific, and the fact that it's being done by males, you really have to really think. Some people they'll watch those shows and they'll be like, oh wow, wow, that was a sad story. Oh, that was so sick. Oh, he was so bad. But while we're saying that, we have to realize, you know what? I just watched 5 different shows now, and then also, mind you, you know, Forensic Files supposed to be like real life stuff. So you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about how many shows you're watching, and just not even Forensic Files, just other shows and just reality, the newspaper. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we hear a lot of news, who's usually the predator? So yeah, men they definitely need mental. I mean, you know, therapy. Just to talk out their problems, and parents or guardians or adults or whoever may have small male children or teenagers, you have to, it starts with you. You have to tell your males, you know, kids or whoever, that it's okay to get therapy, it's okay to talk out their problems, and stop trying to make kids be a man before they are a man. And then also people need to realize what does a man mean. You know, so a lot of times people think, oh, I'm a man, so I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
But like everybody has different definitions of men. You know, a man, to me, a man is who he is on how he treats the world, how he takes care of himself, how he takes care of his family, his responsibilities, and things like that. Not how much money you got up in the bank or how many girls you got beside you, how many nice cars you got, how masculine you act. People need to know the real definition of a man. So that is, in my opinion, Troy Weeks. So
Well, all
everybody,
right.
you know, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Sad.
I you know, yeah, I was really waiting for this because I was like, you know, because on me and someone else had actually talked about this earlier, and I'm like, this would be a great mailbox topic because, yeah, a lot of times men feel like therapy isn't for a man; it's just for women or it's for kids. No, it's for men. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then one more thing, and I'll shut up. Because I really do feel like if men could get the therapy and the healing that they need, I really do feel that that a good percentage of the world would start to heal. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, I really feel like it starts with men. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are always saying, oh, what I'm saying, men, they're in charge, man is the head. So if that's true, then don't you want to heal your head so the rest of your body can be good? That's what I
Yeah.
gotta
I agree with you on
say.
that. That was well said, Pastor. That was well said.
Well, thank you. All right, everybody. So definitely be sure to stick around because we have a great interview coming up. We got our first guest. She'll be coming in very soon to tell us all about her sick fashion boutique. But before we get into that, we definitely want to go ahead and welcome you to please follow us. We do say please. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, follow us now. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we got manners. You know what I'm saying? So please be sure to follow us on our social media to keep up with our real hot fresh journey. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of great things coming up. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, be sure to subscribe to that good old YouTube page. That's what you want to do. You want to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube page, and yeah, you'll definitely be able to keep in touch with us. Alrighty then. So that's that. All right, so we're definitely going to go ahead and get into our first guest of the day. So listen, once again, everybody, like I was saying, fashion is not dead. Fashion Week may be on pause, but hopefully it's not dead either. But our first guest, she's definitely going to let us know what's going on. And then, tell us about more about fashion and then also what she's created in the world of fashion. So, with no further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Miss Shiba or Miss Shiba. Please tell me, am I saying it wrong?
It's Miss
How
Shiba.
are
How you
you?
doing? I'm great. I'm breathing, so I
Hey,
can't
Miss
complain.
Shiba.
Hi,
Yes,
how
Miss
are
Sheba's in the building. All right now.
Listen. There are no okay.
you? I
Exactly.
loved it
Listen, we didn't
so
got listen.
far.
No complaints. Listen. Okay, listen. You look very beautiful. I
Thank
love
you.
Yes.
I love to see some beautiful people. You are looking very beautiful.
Thank you.
All
Nice
right,
color
so
on
Miss
your
Sheba,
skin.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
hmm Thank you so much. Thank you so much for keeping it raw and fresh with us. So so let's go ahead and get this started. So first of all, tell us about Sick Fashion Boutique, but also tell us what is the mission behind Sick Fashion Boutique.
Okay, so Sick Fashion First, Sick Fashion Boutique is an online boutique store for all shapes and sizes. Women. The behind it, I started off with Sick Fashion Boutique. Pretty much during COVID. My job was out, needed another stream of income. I've always, loved clothes. I've been a stylist for some time. So that was pretty much, how I started out with everything.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So when it comes to being a woman, right, and especially being a woman, a black woman, and doing what you do, it's not always easy. And
No.
so you overcame it all. And, I went to your website, I checked it out. Sick fashions, clearly that's why they call it sick fashion, right? So shout out to you on that. So what was your biggest stepping stone that you had in when it comes to being your own boutique owner, and how did you overcome it for the ladies out there who may be on the way up trying to get there?
I would say, as far as having an online boutique store, there's a lot of boutiques out. You have to figure out, what's in, what people like, what they would like, what's affordable, what's not affordable, compromising your prices. Sometimes I find that a lot of boutique owners, you're kind of second guessing your prices, or should I do this? Should I do that? Are people going to really buy it? And I think that's one of the main things, just trying to see like your market, your target audience, and who's gonna purchase, and things of that nature.
Got you. And during the pandemic, how's it been for you when it comes to business? Because I know we do fashion week stuff. We're always out interviewing and talking with designers and things like that. So unfortunately, because of COVID, we can't. And it's fashion week, right now. So how has the pandemic affected your business? Has it made it grow? Has it less? Talk to me.
During the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it was extremely difficult because I think everybody at the time was just sitting there trying to find their niche. But in the past 4 months, it's been going crazy, especially since I've had the Clubhouse app. I've been able to communicate with a lot of different people, meet people from all walks of life, and my sales have actually been going up. Thank God. Everything has been working really, really well. I have no complaints right now, honestly.
Well, amen to that. Amen to that. That's awesome. No, that's really good to hear because you hear so many different stories, especially in today's time with the pandemic and businesses. So that's good to know. And so before I pass it back to Z Fly, I want to say one more thing for the women out there who may have not had the courage, to step out on faith and say, hey, I want to, stop my job I had before, or may have lost their job due to the pandemic. So for the women out there or the young women out there too, who may want to say, follow their dreams, but are afraid to follow their dreams and don't know where to go, where to begin, or where to start. What would you say to a young lady out there like that right now who was listening?
Man, I would say, just keep going and keep pushing. At the end of the day, whatever's for you is gonna be for you because it's preordained. You know what I mean? Don't just keep moving, keep going. Don't allow anything or anyone to stop you from being great. If you feel like it's something that you can do it. Because time doesn't wait for anybody. If you feel like, you know what, if it's that thing that you're scared of doing, 9 times out of 10, that's the thing that you should be doing. Just step out on faith. You can't pray and worry, so you have to pick one, right? So you just need to just keep pushing and keep going and just continue to just be the best version of yourself. And as long as you believe in you, you'll be great.
Well, all right now. Come on, Pastor. You pastor today too. Well, that's okay. All right. Well, I know I said I'm a pastor to Z Fly, but I just have one more quick question, and Z Fly, I promise you can take it. When it comes to, you said something earlier about being a boutique and having to decide on prices and other things. How do you stand out against competition when it comes to boutiques? I've seen so many boutiques opening up since COVID. You know what I'm saying? So how do you stand
Definitely.
out against all of that and still be number one and strive to be that?
I would say just marketing, promo. Word of mouth isn't dead. Being online, people seeing you in your own clothing and not being afraid to speak to people. Like I can honestly say, since I've been on this new app here, it's allowed me to speak to different people, and people like to know who you are personally and not just a picture or something. So just don't be afraid to speak. That's all. Just allow people to know that you're a human being, and everybody has their own story to tell. And people want to, deal with people that they can relate to, learn
Mhm.
from, and just not exempt. We all go
That's true.
through things. We all are human. People just want to have people that they can relate to. That's all.
All
For the
right.
most
Take it away. Awesome. Excellent. Oh, thank you for that. Z Fly, take it away. I'm trying to take your time up. I'm sorry.
I never, no problem. So, actually, I just wanted to kind of know, whenever, not Troy. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
I just want to know. So, I checked out your I checked out your online, and I do, you have from accessories to women clothing. A lot of times whenever someone is wearing a particular clothing, they feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Armani or Gucci or Calvin Klein. Whenever
Mhm.
someone is wearing sick fashion, what kind of feeling do you want them to have?
I just want you to feel good, feel confident. I want you to wear the clothes. I don't want the clothes to wear you. I want you to just enjoy it. I want you to be comfortable, and I want you to give me a cute little review.
Okay, we got the same
That's
colors
all.
on today too. Same colors, by the way. It looks like through the camera.
We're
Great
twins.
minds think alike. Right, right. Great minds think alike. Yes. So let the people know. Oh, I think he's coming back. Something must be going on with the internet. But let the people know. Z Fly, you there? Oh, there you go.
Not today, devil. Not today, devil.
I know what's going on, right?
Not
Usually you
today.
have issues, right?
Not,
It's-
not today.
you know, can can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you. I know the
I
switching
can
thing
hear
is
you.
giving you a hard time, but
Okay,
we can
I'm
hear
so
you.
sorry. That's giving me a hard time. Okay, so and then I'm sorry, Shiba also too. Will you create any sick fashion for men? And
Yes, it's funny. Someone just asked me that literally 3 o'clock this morning. I am thinking about it for the fall winter.
Hmm.
It's that I actually actually wanted to do for some time because my own personal style, I have more like a street style type of, wear for myself.
Hmm.
Even though I'm pretty versatile, I find myself a lot in the men's section, just buying stuff small and kind of making it my own little shoe. So I like men's clothing a lot. So I'm definitely thinking about it.
Awesome. I think he might be not be there, but anyway, it was one more question he wanted to ask you. Was that just to let the people know, inform people where you may have to inform people who may want to have you as a vendor where they can find you and those kind of things.
Well, you can catch me online on all social media platforms. I'm Mrs. Shiba. Um, my Instagram is Mrs. Sheba or Sick Fashion.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah, my email is sickfashion1@gmail.com. So you can catch me all social media platforms, same name, because I don't want to confuse the people.
Come on, that's the way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Like when they say Google Schmoogle, put it in there and you can find it. It'll be just like that everywhere where you need it. So
Yes,
yes,
we
ma'am.
will.
Thank you for that.
Fashion.
Thank you for being great. Thank you for inspiring women out here to do what they do and keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully we're gonna get you some get us some sick fashions for the men. So let's work on that.
Definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Z
Thank
Fly, are
you.
you back, my brother? Oh, you are back. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I am back. Listen, I'm back. I don't know how back I am, but I definitely back. So can you see me or how am I looking?
I
Can
can
hear
hear
you.
you. Yeah, I can see you. Yeah. It could be the app acting. Sometimes the
Okay, cool.
app be
All right,
acting
so yeah, so
crazy.
definitely be sure to go ahead and lock. It's crazy. So definitely go ahead and be sure to go to Sick Fashion, the website, sick with a SCK fashion.com. So
Right
go
here,
ahead
right
and get
here.
into that. Because she definitely has some fashion, so you definitely do want to. And once again, Miss Shiba, thank you so much for keeping it real hot and fresh. And hopefully, we'll be talking to you very soon.
Thank you guys. Be great. Thank you.
Keep doing it, girl. Keep doing it.
I don't know. It's still hard.
Huh?
Mhm.
Oh yes.
All right,
We're back.
everybody. So listen, as y'all see, your boy Z Fly is definitely having some problems, but that's okay. So listen, we got some drink off the juice coming up. So Troy, go ahead and take it over, and maybe I can get myself together.
Yes. So while you figure this out, ladies and gentlemen, for today's drunk off the juice, instead of doing what we normally do, we're going to fill you in on something special that we've been working on. So if you guys follow us and you know already, if you follow us on YouTube, you know already that we have reality TV with T and Z, where we do reality show reviews. So this season, our first season, we're doing two different shows. We're about to actually add another one, spinning something around, doing something different. But before I get there, this was a dream of mine. I've always wanted to do reality YouTube review show. I've always wanted to do a reality show on YouTube about reviewing reality shows, And so Z Fly said, he was willing to do it, and he did it. So this season, we're reviewing. First show is Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you guys been following along, season 13 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's been crazy. It started off in the middle of the pandemic, of course. Portia Luther King was out there doing her thing, and some of the other housewives were out there making moves out in the streets. But, it really showed how life was in reality during the pandemic. But the thing that was weird for me is that we had already lived through it, so to have to relive through it again. Every time a reality show started, we had to relive through it again. But the Real Housewives of Atlanta is the first show we're reviewing, and it's been a whirlwind. Now we're at the episode where they so coming along, they added Tanya, Latoya. Sorry, Latoya is a new co-castmate who's friends with Candy, who's now friends with Kenya. Situation going on, some have a bromance, they have a sistermance going on, some kind of special thing going on between the two. Who knows? And then they also added Drew Sidora to the team. Drew Sidora, if you guys don't know who Drew Sidora is she played Drew Sidora in The Game. She is an actress and a singer, and she's super dope. And but she's bringing it to him this season, and she's adding a little spice. And unfortunately, you guys do know there is no Nene this season. So they're making moves what they normally do without her. And so it's coming to the season now, and at the point in the season where they're at a house party in South Carolina that Kenya and Latoya threw, and a whole bunch of drama. So the next episode is coming up. So if y'all ain't watched it, watch it. Come to our YouTube show and talk about it with us. But they have these strippers and they have this party, and apparently some things go down. And this episode is the premiere episode that stopped a lot of where Tanya left the show, and Portia had a big fallout. So yeah. And then show number 2 is Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. So we're still in Atlanta. And this is season 4, and it's pretty cool. Again, starting out in the middle of the pandemic, and starts out with Ayana, DJ Hurricane's daughter, who actually has COVID. And of course, Bow Wow doing his thing in Miami, turning up with his friends, and it shows the relationships taken out from the season before, but also this season now they have Diamond from Nuck If You Buck Proud Mob in the building, and Johnny Blaze is back. Seems apparently to be a little more calmer. But I guess we'll see as the show continues. So it's in the middle of the pandemic, and then boom, 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 we found out that Miss Deb Atney is a Trump supporter. So all this happened so far up until now. So stay tuned for more. If you guys watch Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, if you guys watch Real House of Atlanta, you guys can catch us on Mondays at 6 p.m. live via StreamYard for Facebook and YouTube. Go to our Facebook and our YouTube, and you'll be able to catch us live doing our reality TV with TNZ. And stay tuned and get ready for more, because we're at another show, maybe another show, who knows, on top of that. And also, we want you guys to be interactive with us. You guys watch our shows, we like when people talk to us, so get back in there and talk to us. Let's do it, Z-Fly. And that's been Jerk Off the Juice special edition with reality TV with TNZ. Thank you, Z-Fly. Take it away.
All right,
get back to it.
Get these next guests.
Well, let's do it. So I'll be ready for them. So without further ado, once they're in the building, I want to make sure they can hear their, intro. We got some special New Yorkers in the building. If you're in New York, special things are happening here in New York City. So, we got some special guests in the building, letting you know what's going on and what's goody. There they go. Bring them in. That's what T.I. said. Bring them out. That's what he said. Bring them out. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, in the building today, we have host of Comedian Catch in the building. What's up, my guys? How we doing, first and foremost? Can y'all hear me? Is the microphone's working?
Absolutely.
Yes, yep. D-Wise and Kelly Rob in the building, out here in these streets making moves. Pandemic won't stop us, can't stop, won't stop. So tell the people what Comedian Catch is, just so they can be caught up on what's going on and what it's all about.
So basically, Comedian Catch was brought about because I was like, I want to bring comedians together, but I don't know what to call it, there's so many different names. So I'm like, right. I came up with Catch one day. I'm like, because we want to bring all the comedians together. We're catching comedians, bringing the laughter together just because.
Come on. Especially now, doing
that's the tagline.
That's the
tagline for Comedian Catch.
Gotcha. So listen, it had to start somewhere. It was a thought in your mind, and today, how long has Comedian Catch been going on? Because I know you guys are doing it in Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
Shout out to Brooklyn. You got to shout Brooklyn now. I want no smoke.
Right. So Comedian Catch has been going strong for like a year and a half now.
Year and a half. Got you. And so you guys hosted together. And did you guys know each other before this, or did you just say, hey, I'm a comedian?
No, I actually met Kelly Rob through another comedian. He was a guest on my show. It just started as me as the host of Comedian Catch.
Got you. D-Wise.
Okay. And he was a guest on one of my shows. And then I reached out to him after that because I felt like something was missing from Comedian Catch.
Gotcha. Bam. So and now the rest is history. Now we got the team. We got the squad.
Yeah.
Cool. Z-Fly, I know you have a couple questions as well. You want to jump on in here and get you some action?
Exactly. Thank you so much, Troy. What's up, fellas? So, thank you so much for keeping it raw and fresh with us today. So thank you for keeping it hot. So you know what I'm saying? So, these are crazy times that we're living in. And I imagine being a comedian can be somewhat tough, on a regular day. So now tell us, how has it been, or has it been tougher, functioning as a comedian, during these pandemic times, Kelly?
Oh, well, first and foremost, I'm glad to see that you went ahead and sat next to the Wi-Fi box so we can actually start seeing you again.
You knew that was
Don't
coming.
do that!
Yeah, your connection was
Wait,
going.
I'm frozen.
I
I'm
didn't know what.
frozen. Wait.
It's
Yeah.
level.
Oh yeah,
It's
sorry.
level.
I like you know you're gonna have to pay the full amount. You can't just pay partial. This is what happens when you just pay partial bill. I mean, that bill is $300. You gotta pay the full 300. You pay 150, it will give you about half service.
Listen, he said that we want to pay in full if you wanted all the work.
Yeah,
Not
man.
half the money, all of it. Got
Yeah,
you
He's gonna
busy?
start with that. No, see,
Now
I said,
you don't put the devil into it again. Look what you done did to it. You done brought the devil back. Come on, Z-Fly, you still here? Report it
It
live.
must be
Z-Fly, you still here?
it's snowing with Z-Fly.
I thought that was gone. Who's the comedian, me or y'all? My bad, but no. Okay, yeah. So the question is, has it been tougher functioning as a comedian in these pandemic times? Go.
All right, to answer your question, the hardest thing, honestly, is because we don't have any venues. Like, it's kind of hard to like try to get people to come to a show. We have these little hole in the wall spots that we get a chance to do like comedy and stuff at, but it makes it very difficult with the guidelines, CDC guidelines, and everything. So what we've been doing, a lot of comedians been doing, we've been trying to do these Zoom calls and these Zoom shows. But during these Zoom shows, you kind of realize that you can't hear the laughter. So it's not the same feeling from being on stage. Sometimes we understand when we have to shift in a different direction, keep going in the same direction we're going, or see what's going on. But it's usually dependent upon the crowd reaction, which we don't have right now, which that kind of sucks. But we trying to make it do. Everybody's sitting here still doing shows through Zoom. We still have small venues that are allowing small crowds, so we're trying to get it out there like that. But besides that, man, that's the major concern. That's our major dilemma.
I hear you. Okay, so now, DY's got, most of the time, in my experience, whenever I see that people, whenever they're around comedians, they always want, the comedians to either tell a joke or be funny or act crazy. Now, does it ever get tiring? Always having to be funny all the time. You're in a grocery store and somebody wants you to do a joke. Like, does it ever get tiring?
Yeah, it does sometimes. Like you would never ask a bank teller, "Can you count this money real quick?" You would never do that to them. So
right.
When they do that, it's kind of a pain in the ass. But like sometimes you just gotta roast them.
You ain't gonna roast them, are you? He's not gonna roast them. So now, also, now, what is one challenge? Now, this question is for both of you two. What is one challenge comedians face that maybe people aren't even aware of? Are there any challenges that y'all are facing? But besides the pandemic.
I'll go first. The number one thing that I think that I found the most challenging once I started was just understanding your room. Like everybody has like every room that you go into, you're gonna have different age dynamics, and not everybody's into the same thing. So you kind of want to find universal jokes. Some people start off doing jokes that are comfortable for them, and that works for a particular crowd. But then as you go on, you start to realize that when you have all of these different personalities and all of these different crowds and things, you may want to make your jokes a little bit more broad, more general, so that everybody can laugh to them. Except for that, like if you smoke weed and you're doing weed smoking jokes around a bunch of crowd that drinks, like they don't smoke, it's not really going to work for you. You got to understand how to switch it up and understand things like that.
I think the biggest challenge for me was. I think the biggest challenge for me was, adjusting to not going outside regularly. Like, I like going outside. Like, being stuck in the house, it was like, oh man, like I'm really stuck in the house. Like all those times saying like, yo, looking out the window, like, yo, I really want to go outside. As a kid, like it felt like that all over again.
That's what's up. Yeah, because people, you know what I'm saying, people never know, you know what I'm saying, some of the challenge. Thank y'all for sharing it because a lot of times people feel like, you know, comedians, you know, I guess just a happy go lucky life. So I'm gonna add Troy back to the stream, but one more question I do have is, you know, since we are living in very sensitive, I mean very sensitive times, um, is your material, is it harder to create material? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, back in the just last night I was looking at Monique where she was in New Orleans when she was doing, you know, a comedy back in the day. And you know what I'm saying? She was saying stuff like, oh, you know, you gay people and you faggot this, you know what I'm saying? But like now it's like everybody's so sensitive on gay, racist, whatever. Do y'all find your material to be harder to create these days?
I want to say that it's not necessarily harder to create. I feel as if that the times that we're in now is just about respect. So like words such as faggot, things like that, I feel as if those we can kind of throw away, but that doesn't mean that you can't use your joke. Like get just because a man is gay or a woman is gay doesn't mean that they're not susceptible to laughing. I mean, a lot of things that we make it like for instance, when a lot of people tend to use race jokes, it's easier to play into because you kind of I understand. All right, as a black person, you probably do have things that you deal with that concern your color. As a gay person, you might deal with something that concerns your sexual orientation. As a short person, you may deal with things that have to deal with your height. So if it's things that we're probably just playing on that is obvious, then I don't think it's much of a problem. I mean, when you trying to delve into it, you trying to make anything personal, you make like I said, calling somebody a faggot, white people calling black people nigger or anything like that. Those are grounds for something besides comedy. You have thrown all of the comedy out of the window at that point in time. I feel like you have a
Disrespectful.
whole new can of worms.
Yeah.
But at the
And
same time,
I don't know this structure that you guys got, but everybody that's watching this, the camera's flipped. This is not my good side. I don't know how this happened. The good side is the other side. I don't
Turn the camera this way then.
Wait,
That's how I be doing. I'm like, oh, that's not my good size this way. So I'll flip it. Go ahead. But
I was
DY's going to say something.
put the disclaimer out there.
no, I was gonna say also in comedy, stereotypes are funny. Like, for instance, Filipinos, 90% of them are nurses. It's the truth.
I mean, I'm gonna laugh. I laugh because that's. I mean, or West Indian.
It's the
Either
truth.
or. Filipino or West Indian.
It's either they're on a, you know, it's either they're a nurse or they're on a cruise ship, you know, spraying your hand sanitizer on you. Washi.
I'm done. One more quick question. Wait, I do have one more quick question. So, being a performer, being a comedian, because I'm a performer myself, I want to know from each of you, what was it like being on stage for the first time and first time bombing, and how did you overcome that to be who you are now? Because as you know, it's like stage fright for somebody who's a performer, like a singer. Like, how did you bomb it and overcome it? What did you do? What did you do to bomb it, and how did you overcome it? Because I think that's funny. As you know, you can make it your own little story how you did it, but I want to know what you did when you bombed and how'd you overcome it.
Well, the first time I bombed, I made sure I went back to, you know, what I'm good at, roasting people. So I picked out something in the audience and I went straight at that. Like, there was a white guy in the crowd and his face was real red. And this was, you know, like August. And I was like, you know, you're so red. You look like Frank's Red Hot. You put that on everything. And that's how I overcame that.
That was good. Okay. You saw what you was feeling and you saved the ship real fast. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Cool. Awesome. That's good to know. So if you out here and you on the stage and you bombing, stick to what you know. Go back to what you know. That's a good tactic. Okay, cool. Katie Rob, talk to me. What was your, like, when did you first bomb and how'd you, you know, or a big bomb that you did and how'd you handle it?
So I haven't bombed as yet. I've had shows that haven't gone as well as others, but I haven't experienced that bomb that I feel like I'm gonna probably get in the future yet. I haven't got that. I've had really, really good shows. I will say that when you walk on the stage and And for me, for my first time, I felt like I had to have my confidence. Like, I'm funny. Fuck that. Like, when I realized certain people weren't laughing, I was like, I'm funny. You just, maybe the way I'm saying it ain't the way that it's coming across for you. Okay, so let me go back and figure out a universal language so I can come back and make you laugh again. But same shit. This is some good shit. This is some grade A material right here.
Well, I'm gonna go get it for you so you can understand. I'll be right back. I got you.
Hey, hold up. I know my shit.
Gotcha.
Maybe you speak a different language. So okay, let me code switch and figure it out. And that's kind of the reason why I'm still staying with it, because I realize that for me, that's my always going to be my challenge.
Gotcha.
I'm extremely confident in my jokes, and I'm extremely confident in the fact that I can make you laugh, like without a question. I'm going to.
You gonna laugh, like whether you want to or not, because I'm funny. What's up? I get it. I get it. Okay, cool, awesome. That's super dope. Well, thank you guys so much. I've done some comedy in my life as an MC. I was like, I got to do it so I don't feel weird when I'm on stage for 4 hours. So I always love to, connect with other comedians. So for other comedians out there, maybe like myself, who may be interested in connecting with you guys and possibly wanting to be a part of the platform and doing the thing, how would they talk to them and tell the people what to do, how to find you guys on that, and how to make it happen?
Well, they could go to IG, go to Comedian Catch, comedian_catch. Follow us on IG, on Twitter. That's where you can find us, Facebook. Or you can also go on the Comedian Catch website. That's comediancatch.com.
You can follow us personally. You can follow me directly on Cash App at It's Kelly Rob.
I love it. I love it. Comedians. Much
followers as humanly possible. So just please run that up. Run it up.
And for white people, that's where you send money. Okay. That's where you send money. It's like Western Union.
I'm talking to the white folks directly. My black people, they'll take it down, but that don't mean that they're gonna do anything with it. But my white folks, you are gonna help a starving comedian.
Like, wait, I gotta put the $ first. Yes.
You just lucky people can't send you messages on Cash App.
They'll send you a request.
Now you can follow me on all social media. It's the same thing. It's Kelly Rob on IG as well.
Awesome. And DY, tell them what
one thing that before we get out of here, we do want to say a couple of things. We have we do Comedian Catch Live. So that's a show that we bring out some of the best comedians in New York City. We do that every single month. We have another show coming up actually right now, March 4th, with the Underground's King of Comedy and Ace Zanzis. We also have another upcoming show in March. In April. We also have a competition that we're doing. We're having a snap competition. We're having people go ahead and submit their inquiries about the snap competition. Is where it's basically like Yo Mama. We're doing Yo Mama. We're bringing it back, but it's not going to be called Yo Mama. It's our Comedian Catch. All right. So it's not just for comedians. But we're gonna have prizes and everything. Anybody that thinks they still have some jokes, it doesn't have to be about Yo Mama no more. People are sensitive about that. We got to remember, we 21. We ain't talking about everybody mama, but we will talk about you. So please bring your ass down and do this snap battle.
Listen, if you got the talent and you out here and you're ready for it, BK, Brooklyn, New York, they don't play. We out here. I'm going tap my feet into one of these shows and come see Z-Fly. We're going to have to go check it out because I'm, see it in person. Yes. I want to check it out. So
we need ladies, women. I want the women that wear the scullies with the brim attached to them. All of that. Yeah. Everybody. There was women that be on the subway selling DVDs. Yep. All y'all to come out here. All y'all.
Gorilla Glue included, man. Gorilla Glue included.
God. I knew that was coming. I'm done. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you guys so much. And ladies and gentlemen out there, please be sure to follow them on their social media. Be sure to follow them at Comedian Catch. Follow them on their personal pages. Support their events. These guys are super dope, and we're definitely going to be following behind these guys and make sure we keep an eye on them as well so that we can come to some of these events too. Don't act like you don't know nobody when you see us too, because I'm going to definitely be your cousin. I'm your cousin. You don't remember. Come on, cuz.
I see your hair. We already in Wakanda. We already in Wakanda.
In this color, this green, blue, all kind of shit, so you can't forget my ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You cousin. I got you.
We cousins already. already.
Yeah.
All right, family. Don't forget.
Thank you, Ty Dolla Sign. Thank you, Ty Dolla Sign.
Oh God, I'm so sick of that motherfucker. I'm gonna cut his shit off because I had it first. Go check my Instagram. I had it before he did. I'm telling you, they was jocking me. They was jocking. But that's all right.
We can't joke on Z Fly because like it's unfair. Like
Because he won't hear it.
his response will come back in time.
Wait.
You gonna have to text it. You gonna have to type that shit
I'm
in,
stuck.
Yo, man,
You got to send smoke signals to Z Fly.
Put Z Fly's cash app there too. Make sure he can pay his whole Wi-Fi bill so we don't go through this shit.
Hell yeah.
Z Fly, today was the day.
He lost. He just gonna have to come back and watch this shit again.
Z Fly, you got to stand in the corner on 1 foot, Z Fly. You got to stand in the corner on 1 foot with aluminum foil on your head. Come on, stop playing.
You know what
His Wi-Fi got COVID, man.
Look,
He thought they was playing. They sent them the text message. They said, "Yo, your bill is coming up on 2/7. If you don't pay the full
we gonna cut your shit to half."
Yo, and they sent him the reminder today. He's like, "Oh no."
They sent them the reminder that tells him like, "Oh, you thought we was be cut off after today? This is your last day." Or so. He tried to get his last interview in. I respect it.
You are not about to roast me. You are not about to roast me.
It's too late.
Already the Wi-Fi.
You half the show was about you.
Your Wi-Fi middle name is Slowina.
I'm like, it ain't right. It's bad. But listen. Before we have another hiccup, thank y'all so much for keeping it real hot and fresh.
You the one with the hiccup.
Definitely be sure to follow them on Instagram and follow on Instagram, and you all be safe, and we will be definitely checking out your upcoming shows. All right.
Appreciate you. I appreciate
you. Mad love, mad respect.
Thank you. Put some Gorilla Glue on that Wi-Fi, man.
I mean, listen.
Not the gorillas.
All right, so listen. Everybody, definitely be sure to stay connected because we definitely got more show coming. You know what I'm saying? We have, you know, I Am My Ancestors' Wildest Dream coming up, and you know what I'm saying? We already know that is one of my favorite segments to end the show. Once again, I definitely want to just thank my co-host Troy Weeks Music. Troy, listen. You're not even in real time right now.
That was good.
You can still hear me, so you already know what it is. Listen, there you go. I'll tell you, Troy. Whew,
that was good. That was good.
Everybody, thank y'all so much for understanding. Listen, everybody, this is the world of virtuality. Hopefully, we can get back into reality one day because this virtual stuff is a lot. You know what I'm saying? You really got to have the highest Wi-Fi package. And listen, ain't nobody trying to pay no $100 for this Wi-Fi.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So everybody, thank you so much once again for tuning in. Thank you so much for to our special guests. Be sure once again to follow Miss Shiba. Miss Shiba right there. Be sure to follow her on Instagram for her Sick Fashion Boutique. And be sure to check out her sickfashion.com. She really do got some nice things for you ladies. So ladies, definitely be sure to check it out. It's right there, sickfashion.com. And once again, thank you so much to the hilarious duo, which is a comedian catch, D Wise Guy and Kelly Robb. So funny. I needed that laugh on a Saturday, especially when my Wi-Fi is cray. So I definitely needed that right there. Everybody, also too, we want to let you know that if you do want to be a guest on our show, and listen, if you do be a guest on our show, don't worry, because listen, our Wi-Fi will be better. It won't always be like this. So definitely be sure to hit us up, email us any short bio pictures of yourself along with social media to that email address, rhfartists@gmail.com, and you can be a guest on the show. We would definitely love to have you. Also too, you know, if you are loving what you see, and you know, you want us to support us in any way, once again, be sure to support us. There's the Cash App right there, $ Forever Live Young. Listen, pennies make a dream, you know what I'm saying? But if you but a dollar make you holler. So you know what I'm saying. But you know, whatever you want to support us with, we definitely thank you so much for that. Once again, Forever Live Young is the Cash App. And also too, be sure to follow us again, once again, the host. Oh, follow us also too the social media right here. Social media, that's right. got the Facebook, you got the Twitter, you got the Instagram, you got the YouTube. That'll be the best ways for you, you know what I'm saying, to always keep up with our hustle, what's going on with us, what we're going to be doing next, and all that kind of good stuff like that. And then, of course, be sure to follow us, the hosts, which is me and Troy Weeks. Be sure to follow us because we have our own personal things going on. You know what I'm saying? Troy, he already told you that he got things going on. He got some things
Tonight,
going on.
if you're in New York, if you're watching, y'all, it's a restaurant. It's open. It's on 32nd Street. Between just hit me if you really want to come. It's tonight. This is the show. It's the restaurant opens around 6:30 for dinner, and then go until 10:30. So we'll be performing around 8:30. If you guys want to be in sound and come through, pull up.
I know that's right. Everybody, once again, this was a Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh pop-up show. Remember, you know, right now we're still popping up with the Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh show. All of you real diehard fans, I know y'all like, wait a minute, when's the next season coming? Don't worry, we're still working on it. But right now, you know, we're just sprinkling y'all, so keeping it real hot and fresh here and there. But guess what? But me and Troy, we're still keeping it funky. You like that, don't you? But he's keeping it funky. He is. But I'm keeping it fly. But
funky and fly.
There you go. Be sure to still check us out on every Mondays. Why? Because we are reality TV with TNZ. That's right. We are bringing you our reviews and our thoughts on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. And we're gonna add another show to the roster. You gotta check it out to see what it's going to be. But you gotta watch.
You gotta watch.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one because we're doing it, so it's gonna be good. All right, y'all. But let's go ahead and get to this last segment of today, and then we're gonna be out to cheer. Once again, Troy Weeks Music. I want to thank you for just being you, my brother. You the best.
My brother, well, thank you
so
for
much.
having me. Always and forever. Forever.
That's right. All right, y'all. So let's get into I Am My Ancestors' Wildest Dream. And if you are a new listener, we end the show with this because, you know, just hearing I Am My Ancestors' Wildest Dream, it's to me, it speaks volumes. To me, I hear that people way back was struggling, fighting, you know, for everything, going through so much so that we today can live a better life. And today, this person right here definitely did just that. So so for today, I would like to highlight Miss Cicely Tyson. Now y'all know I had to do Miss Cicely Tyson.
Oh yes.
Born December 19th, 1924. She passed away just recently, January 28, 2021. She was an American actress and fashion model with a career spanning more than 7 decades. 7 decades. She became known as her portrayal of strong, African American women. Tyson received 3 Primetime Emmy Awards for Black Reel Awards, 1 Screen Actors Guild Award, 1 Tony Award, and an honorary academic award and a Peabody Award. And as y'all know, Miss Cicely Tyson, she has done way beyond, surpassing even those awards. So Cicely Tyson, today she is our ancestors, or our ancestors' wildest dream, because just knowing that a Black woman, and not even light skin, she was dark skinned, beautiful Black woman, that went and done so much in the Black community, and just like touching other ethnicities as well. I know she did so much for Tyler Perry, Oprah, and I know that she would definitely be missed by so many. So yes, I just want to highlight and honor today Miss Cicely Tyson, the life of her. Troy, any words or anything to wrap it up?
She was an amazing woman. She was an epitome of an actress, what an actress could be, or strive to be. She is a legend, and she will, always forever always be in our hearts. And I'm just so grateful to have been able to be a part of life where she was, I didn't meet her in person, but I've been able to see her do her thing. So we rest in peace, sleep in peace, beautiful queen.
Exactly. All right, everybody. So that is our show. Once again, be sure to tune in on Monday to our reality TV with TNZ at 6 p.m. right here on YouTube or Facebook Live. Always StreamYard. Fly World Media is the station. So thank you so much again. And once again, everybody, stay fly, not high. Maybe a little high. During these
that was his words.
Maybe a little high.
A little high. Come on.
That's my. Listen. This is my saying. Stay fly. Maybe a little high. Bye.
See you guys next time.